Антон, Юрий Комаров передавал вам привет. Или проститься.
The story kicks off with a tense TV broadcast, throwing us right into the thick of it. Yuri Karov, a prisoner rotting in a Russian cell, is at the center of something huge. He's not just some average guy doing time. Nope. He's holding on to a document that could blow up the political dreams of Viktor Shagarin, a man gunning to become Russia's Minister of Defense. These two have a history, and not the friendly kind. Viktor, worried sick about that file, decides to take matters into his own hands. He shows up at Yuri's prison cell, all slick and intimidating, demanding that Yuri hand over the secret papers. The whole scene makes it clear Viktor is dangerous, and he won't think twice about stepping on anyone who gets in his way. Meanwhile, over at the CIA headquarters, agents catch wind of Viktor's plan. He's apparently out to silence Yuri for good. At the same time, we're introduced to Jack, a tough-looking guy walking into a bar with deadly intentions. He's on a mission to kill, and before going through with it, he drops a bomb. He got his intel from none other than Yuri Karov.
Антон, Юрий Комаров передавал вам привет. Или проститься.
Elsewhere, we meet John, calmly practicing his shooting skills at a gun range. That peace is shattered when a fellow agent, Murphy, drops some heavy news. John's son has been arrested in Russia over a shooting incident. That hits John like a punch to the gut. Turns out Jack, the guy from the bar, is John's son. Crushed and furious, John lets off a few angry shots at the target before bolting to catch the next flight to Russia. As he flies out, he flips through documents about Jack, a kid he hasn't seen or spoken to in years. Back in Russia, Jack's in deep. Cops are grilling him hard, but instead of cracking, he flips the script. He offers to help them find some evidence related to Yuri, on the condition that he gets to meet Yuri again. He also tells them Yuri was the one who gave him the green light on the assassination job. As John lands in Russia, the usual nightmare traffic slows him down, especially at the infamous Garden Roundabout. The cabbie cracks a joke and suggests walking. Elsewhere, Jack and Yuri are handcuffed together, getting hauled to court for a trial.
Moscow, holiday.
Protesters swarm the area, shouting about how Yuri's a traitor. The whole place is buzzing with tension. John, still trying to reach his son, catches a glimpse of him being led into the courthouse. Inside, as Jack and Yuri stand in front of the judge, Jack quickly whispers to Yuri that he's ready to make a move and get them out of this mess. Outside, John notices something suspicious, a heavily armored truck and a sniper perched on the roof. Something big is about to go down. Sure enough, a group of men in black SUVs show up, one of which carries a bomb. The armored vehicle's leader hits the detonator.
Detonator.
And chaos explodes into action. These aren't cops. They're mercenaries working for Viktor. Jack's real mission? To rescue Yuri. The rescue turns into an all-out brawl. Jack gets Yuri into a getaway car, and Yuri, still trying to figure Jack out, asks who he is. Jack simply replies, a friend. Jack is not thrilled to see his dad crashing the mission. But before they can argue, Yuri hops out of the car, exposing their position to the enemies watching from afar. What follows is a fast-paced car chase. Viktor's men are in hot pursuit.
God, they're making it worse! Jack! Come on, go!
During the madness, it becomes clear Jack is actually working for the CIA and is trying to keep Yuri alive. He planned to rendezvous with the CIA earlier, but John's surprise arrival threw off the schedule, and the agency missed the window. Jack blames his dad for screwing up years of planning. Eventually, the enemy corners John and stops his car.
I'm tired of this guy. RPG!
Still not giving up, John yanks some random person out of a moving car and takes off again, but this time he gets caught.
Oh man, you're driving like my grandma! Sorry! Oh man! Guess who?
Jack sees this go down and slams the brakes. He can't just leave his father behind. He spins the car around and rescues John. Once John's in the car, Jack lights into him, accusing him of nearly ruining the entire mission. John, cool as ever, insists he was trying to help. No apologies, no drama. Meanwhile, Victor's inner circle panics. Word just got to him that Yuri escaped with help from American agents. Over at the safe house, Jack meets with a CIA contact named Tony. Tony pushes Yuri to hand over the precious document. That's when John finally realizes what his son really is, a full-blown CIA agent. Yuri, still trying to hold all the cards, says the file is stashed in a hotel in Ukraine. But he won't give the exact spot until his daughter is guaranteed safety. While they wait, Jack quietly hides a knife in his sock, just in case. Yuri calls his daughter and tells her to meet them at the hotel. Before they can make a move, gunshots ring out.
Time to hustle. Watch your head. Go.
Jack triggers an explosive device to help them escape the ambush. With no time to lose, the three jump in a car and head toward Ukraine. During the drive, Jack vents again. He tells John he's been working this mission for 3 whole years, and now his dad shows up out of nowhere and almost blows it all to pieces. Later, at a quiet moment outside the hotel, John opens up. He admits he was never much of a dad, always choosing work over family. He's sorry for letting his kids grow up without him. Jack overhears this confession. It hits harder than anything else has so far. Pushing forward, the group reaches the hotel. Jack and Yuri plan their entry carefully, but John surprises everyone. He sweet-talks the guards, slips them some cash, and gets them in without a problem. Inside, Yuri finally comes face-to-face with his daughter, Irina. It's emotional. Years of pain and fear dissolve in that one reunion. But just when things start looking up, the final blow lands. As Yuri reaches for the key to the hidden document, Irina turns on him. She's been playing him the whole time. She's working with Victor, driven by resentment and greed.
Welcome, America!
Что происходит?
Yuri!
Do it!
Что ты делаешь?
Things took a wild turn fast. Jack and John had no choice but to give themselves up just to keep Yuri safe. They were surrounded, outgunned, and out of time. Just when things couldn't get any worse, the guy leading the enemy squad, Alec, stepped out like he owned the place. He didn't attack right away, though. Instead, he started doing this weird little dance in front of them.
Do you know what I hate about the Americans? Everything.
While all that was happening downstairs, Irina, Yuri's daughter, was up on the roof, getting ready to make a quick escape. Back inside, Alec was still taunting Jack and John. But instead of getting scared or begging, the two of them just laughed. And this wasn't nervous laughter either. It was part of their plan. They used the moment of distraction to pull something slick. John had hidden a small knife earlier, and he used it to cut himself loose without anyone noticing.
I love these outfits.
Amid the chaos, Alec managed to slip away just as a helicopter flew in to grab him. The sound of its blades echoed through the building as Jack and John ran toward an emergency exit, dodging bullets and debris. Back at Victor's camp, One of his informants spilled the beans. Yuri was still alive and on the move. Victor didn't take the news well. He told the informant to track down the file immediately and, once that was done, to kill both Yuri and his daughter. Cold as ice. As Jack and John ran from the scene, Jack was clearly hurt. There was blood, and he was holding his side. John was worried, but Jack told him to keep going and started spilling the truth. He explained what the secret documents really were. Explosive evidence about what went down during the Chernobyl disaster back in 1986. Turns out Victor had pulled some shady moves and pinned the blame on Yuri. Those documents could crush Victor's political future, and Yuri planned to use them for exactly that. Desperate for a way out and a vehicle, Jack picked a random car parked nearby. He had a hunch. The car's owner was acting sketchy, sweating bullets and nervously looking around. Jack figured the guy might be smuggling weapons or something shady. That worked in their favor. They jacked the car and sped off, hoping to reach Chernobyl before Alec did. That's where the files were supposed to be hidden. Alec didn't waste any time either. He was already at Chernobyl with Yuri and Irina. All of them were in full hazmat suits, since the area still had pockets of radiation.
Babka, we внутреннем сейфе.
Jack and John eventually reached the outskirts too. From a distance, they watched the heavily guarded site, mapping out their rescue plan. It was risky, and the place was crawling with armed men, but they were all in. Before diving into action, John pulled Jack aside. In a rare emotional moment, he told Jack how proud he was of him.
Sorry I fucked up your day. Here's my plan. I love you, boy.
You too.
He said he wished he'd been there more as a father, and that he loved him deeply. Jack didn't say much, but the look on his face said he felt the same. It was a powerful pause before the chaos to come. Meanwhile, inside the disaster zone, Irina and Alec were prepping a weird mix of 274 chemicals meant to neutralize the radiation around a specific vault. When they thought it was safe, they ditched their suits, totally convinced nothing could go wrong. Yuri found the vault and opened it, revealing a stash of uranium, glowing and untouched. But the mole working for Victor didn't care about that. He just wanted the documents. That's when things got dark. Yep, plot twist. Yuri had been running his own secret game all along. Turns out Yuri and Irina weren't just trying to take down Victor out of revenge. They had their own dirty plan. They were going to smuggle uranium out of Chernobyl and sell it off to shady buyers. With the mole dead and Alec out of the picture, Yuri took Alec's phone and called Victor directly, basically bragging that he'd won.
Спасибо, Santa.
But back in the vault, Irina started to get suspicious. Some of her guards had gone silent. Something wasn't right.
A lot of hardware for a file.
That's when Jack and John showed up. They stormed in and came face to face with Yuri. He tried to play innocent, pretending he didn't know what was happening, but Jack saw the uranium and the dead bodies. It all clicked. John realized it too. The real bad guy wasn't Victor. It was Yuri. There never was a top secret file. Yuri had lied to everyone to get out of prison and run this operation. Furious, Jack and John tried to take him down. But before they could finish the job, Irina showed up, guns blazing to protect her father.
I used you.
As bullets flew, Jack tossed a grenade to buy them some breathing room. The blast echoed through the vault. Then, from above, they saw Yuri running for the rooftop, desperate to escape. Irina was already in the air in a chopper, the uranium packed and ready to go. Jack and John made a quick plan. Jack would chase Yuri, while John handled the helicopter. John got behind the wheel of a car and slammed it into the chopper's path.
Fucking vacation!
Forcing it off balance. Meanwhile, Jack caught up to Yuri and tackled him, flinging him toward the edge of the roof. But things went wrong. really wrong. Yuri ended up getting thrown directly into the chopper blades. It was a brutal, accidental end. Irina saw it all from the helicopter. Watching her father die, the way pushed her over the edge. Grief turned to rage. Soaked but alive, the two climbed out, bruised and breathing hard. As they walked side by side, John looked at Jack with something close to pride and sadness. He told him to remember everything they'd been through. It wasn't just about the mission. It was about surviving, enduring, becoming someone strong. Killing a man like John hadn't been easy, and now that toughness lived on in Jack too. They didn't say much else. The war was over, but the bond they built during it, that was real and unbreakable. And that wraps up today's video. If you found it interesting, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Got thoughts, theories, or questions? Drop them in the comments. We always love hearing from you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Stay curious, stay sharp.